Don't mess with me, man. I'm the devil. The devil. All right, so now we put in another multiply, and then I'll make it even more badass. So you got that extra. Let's clean up some of these. Got some shit on the side. That's a technical term. Shit on the side. I'll have a little shit on the side. Okay. So let's just clean up this stuff at the bottom. Some right there, those gaps. And clean up his devil wing. Let's put some glisten on his wings because he's glistening. Let's toot this puppy out. Gonna toot this puppy out. Let's see if anyone's watching. Gonna toot this puppy out. All right, so now we do some glisten on his wings. Fly, devil, fly. Fly. We do this. Fly, devil, fly. And then let's put some coloration on his devil horn. So we'll take first of all, we'll take an orange, and then we'll add another color to it on top. Do these. First of all, I draw the image on good old paper, and then I scan it in, and then I will color it in Photoshop. And then, thanks. And then once it's in, if you scan it in a high resolution, then you can use it for anything, like a poster or animation. Animation only has to be 72. So you could print it at any type of resolution if you scan it like to 300. Okay, so now let's do a little. Let's do some, and then if you do different colors, you can get some dimension on it. So we want to maybe like make his eyes like recede a little. You can put like a little black just in these crevices so you can see like a kind of like, and then even want to do more to make the shadows, because when you look at something, you know, you look at it really quick, and if your brain says, yeah, that looks good, then you're not going to question it. Yeah, everything on screen is going to be 72 dots per inch, so 300 is really overkill. 300 is really just for print, and if you're blowing something up, I mean, if you want something really big, then you could blow it up. But if you scan it large at 72 for the web, it's going to be okay. But if you print, then it has to be at least 300, maybe even higher. All right. So let's put in some on his chest. We're just going to put in, now we'll put in a white, and we use a color dodge multiply pass. So we do on his chest, and we do this white. Instead of the transparency, we do a color dodge, and that's my favorite mode, because then you can get like these nice yellowy type of colors. And like that, and like this. You got that nice, this color right here is really nice, overlays with the, oh. Yeah, well, I don't know, transfer modes are my favorite. So in the transfer modes, you can build up different colors, and it's really awesome how you can do, I usually use multiply, and now I'll show you. So here's a base orange color that I did. I make a layer, and then I'll click on this orange color, okay? Then I make a layer on top. Now I'm going to say I did like this color on top. That's going to be an orange solid, so it's going to hide the lines. See, like that. But if I select on that and do multiply, it does another color, and then I just do fill and lower it a little, then you get a nice kind of like darker color based on that color. So it kind of blends in really nicely, and then it's already set. And you can keep building on that, which is really cool. And then all those colors will be complementary. That's what I do all the time. I love doing that. And then you could just do for the, if you want something like light, then you just that's just a fill with, that's just a layer on top, and you reduce the fill and you can get kind of like lights. And then color, what is the other one? Color dodge is my favorite, because in color dodge, you can really play around with that. You can use the base color, you can use a white. So if I did white, like here, the color dodge is going to do different colors. So I have a white, oops, make a new layer, make a white, and you can do, just your simple fill, and then you get like kind of, it's like shiny, and it's wet, or like a sun type of thing. But in color dodge, it starts like that, looks weird. But so you got these different colors. You got a yellow, you got a red, and then you reduce the fill, and then look at that beautiful, awesome. Look at that really cool color. Now I got to fix something. Oh yeah, Photoshop is, well, the real secret is using Photoshop and Illustrator together. I mean, you can do anything with that. I love doing that. So I have some problems here. I want to get rid of this line. So I'll go to white, and let's just reduce, see if that works. This kind of messes up your, so let's do that. Like that. Photoshop and Illustrator. And then if you want to do animation, you can bring everything into After Effects, which I use too. And you still need 72 for After Effects or animation. Yeah, colors are awesome. And then you could build some shadows, some dark shadows. Let's see. Maybe in the crevices, here, and you kind of like model it, you kind of like look at it in the try to find some crevices. So maybe here, here, maybe, where the sides would meet, perhaps, maybe the ears or something like that. And then we hit blacks. We got these blacks, and then we'll just reduce the fill on it, and just a little. So, I just add some blacks to that, and let me see if we play with. Let's see, maybe do this. Make him look kind of creepy. I own you. And then what you can do, really cool, I like doing a lot, is you take a texture. Like I use an old paper texture, but you can use anything. So I take a texture like this, and I'll go to scan. Where's my scan? Scan 17. And then you put it on top, the very most top layer, and you layer it on top, and then you go to multiply. And you see, you get over here, you get like this kind of edgy, this texture on the edge, like this type of stuff. I kind of like that. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I think it adds to it. And okay, so let's turn that off for a second. And then let's just put, for a final, let's just put some more shadows just to kind of break up the oranges from the front, the oranges from the back, to give it like some more dimension. So like I said, when your eye is looking at it, it just makes like a split decision in if it like that looks real, and then that's it. So we'll have that black, and then we'll just reduce that a lot. Yeah, so now we'll have this, and then let's clean this. Let's just clean that up, make it a sharp edge like that. Okay. So, now we have this guy. Oh, my back. Let's save this. Let's save this bastard. All right, so we can save that. Now I'm not going to use the texture in this actually. So I'm going to select all of these layers. I don't think we can see it. And I'll merge all these layers. So now it all moves as one. Click this, select that. And then I'm going to go to my main guy, which is this one. No, that's not it. This might be here, this one. Okay, so now we have, this is the old, I guess he's more of like a demon than a devil. So we have demons and devils. And then in After Effects, I could take this whole thing in as layers. And then in After Effects, I could easily animate this to go boink, 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 boink. And then you could do more things. So once you build an Illustrator, once you build it in what am I talking about? Once you build it in, he's the demon. Once you build it in Photoshop, you kind of did a lot of the work already because you import the layers into After Effects and you can bring them as Photoshop layers. So it'll bring all these layers in, which is probably too many. But and then you can animate each layer. It's pretty cool. Uh-oh, what happened to my devil? What happened to my devil? Shit. I haven't used that yet. I like After Effects is basically Photoshop with animation. I mean, that's a really simple way of doing it. I haven't used Edge. I did use Edge when it first came out, like years ago, and it was pretty cool. But then I kind of like lost interest in web animation. Edge is that's when I was on the preview, right? And it was pretty cool, but I just didn't have any use for it. Although now I think I might explore it again. And there's that other one, Adobe User Experience, or UX. I think it's something like that. Okay, so now we have this. Now I built in all these back shadows, you see? So he's on top, and then I drop it below and I'll show you the curtain too. I have a curtain that you can animate. Okay, so now I have this back curtain over here. Okay, so now if you wanted to animate stuff, you bring all this in After Effects, and I have this curtain as a layer. So then all I always do is just bring it down. Oops, what happened to my curtain? Oh man, something happened to my curtain. What went on with that? Fuck a duck. How did my curtain get messed up? Well, I don't know what happened there. My curtain got messed up. How did that happen? That's a bummer. I have to do that over again. But you can animate it like this and it would go up. Unfortunately, something happened to my curtain. I don't know what happened to my curtain. Maybe I did that. So, that's pretty cool because you can do live previews and then you can connect everything. So it's got like a flowchart system, and I think you can actually test it on an iPhone. The crappy part is that it doesn't. You can't export that to Xcode, which is a bummer because you're doing all the work anyway. Why would you not just continue it? Why would you have to do it over again? It'd be cool if you could actually. There is a program called Pencil Case, which is a really nice visual coding app, and then you don't have to do anything because I don't know how to code. I wish you knew how to code, but I just don't. So, because I could make this little thing. I'd press a button. I mean, you can do stuff now. I had a lot of apps on the App Store, but like shit, I was just PSX support TIFF. PSX doesn't support TIFF. I don't think TIFF is supported because I think the compression isn't that good. I know it's JPEG and PNG. PNG has some transparency. There's something. TIFF is like old, I think. That's why it's not supported. I think TIFF is like an old format. I think JPEG is newer. Apple made TIFF, I think, is like really old. I don't think, I think that's the reason why they don't support that. And JPEG is just, way back for compressing. Oh, my back. So, in like Pencil Case, which is a really great program, you can assign interactivity. So you press his face and maybe he would laugh. But the thing is, now you can make these apps, which is cool to do. But then who the fuck is going to buy them? Because there's like so many goddamn apps. I had a whole bunch of apps. I made like maybe $38. So making it now is easy. Selling it is the hard part. All right, so here is this guy. I'm going to post this on, yeah. I like UX stuff, but, I think it's pretty cool, but I don't have that. I do like this organic type of look. So it's not like I'm doing clean vector art, which I guess is what is, or flat. I'm just not that, I can do it, I guess, but yeah. Well, they don't care. They don't care. You just have to. Well, developers can't design, and designers can't code. So there's got to be a happy balance between the two until some other tool comes out. That's kind of interesting. So this thing is going to be Creepy Theater. And and I might do an animation of this to. I don't like coding. I wish I did because it's kind of cool. I just don't know how to do it. I wish I could code. It just seems kind of but it's just making everything. It's just I just don't get it. I've been trying to learn how to code for years. It's just I don't get it. So I'm not going to do it anymore. And like I said, then I finally learned how to make basic stuff, but then I still couldn't sell it. So, and there's there's like so much great stuff for free. You can get these games that are like awesome and they're free. The only thing I can, oh, well, you're more advanced than me. I was trying to learn Swift. I was trying to learn Objective-C, but I don't know if you're into Unreal Engine or what's the other one? Unity. They have some really great visual coding programming. Unreal Engine has this one called Blueprint, which is super advanced. Unreal Engine is amazing, but it's sort of like, I'm on a Mac. It's sort of like very Windows intense, and I don't know, the interface is kind of like crazy. Yeah, visual coding is like a flowchart. So and then Blueprint, I don't know if you're familiar with Blueprint in Unreal Engine works like this. So it's basically you character, flowchart, and it's like the Adobe experience where you're bringing a flow link. So character, and then you have modules. So instead of syntax, you have boxes which describe things. So character, when you input, press character says something. So you have an input box, and you link that to the character, and you link the character to various functions. So input would be like when you press his face, and then you would have like when you press his eye, it does he blinks, or you press his mouth and he says hello, stuff like that. It's a simplistic way of explaining it, but it's sort of like it is. And so Unreal Engine is really based on that. They really stress that a lot. They really try to push that a lot because it is written nice. Unreal Engine, the rendering is just like beautiful, and you can just do some beautiful stuff. And Unity is awesome too, and they have like something called Unity has something called Playmaker, which is not part of Unity, but it's like a third party. It's really nice. It's sort of the same thing, and it's not like a flowchart system. Visual coding, definitely check it out. But then again, you can make all this stuff. You get these cool tools, but how the freak do you sell it? That's the code I have not cracked. Because you can make stuff until you're freaking blue in the face, and you just got to get people to see it. And there's like so much shit now. Not shit. It's great stuff. So much great stuff and content and media and games. Who's got time to see it? My philosophy is I just have to make something so bizarro and so compelling that people just like, I want that. So yeah, if you're into 3D, if you're into, I mean, but it's a great. Unity is cool. It's kind of like it's more Mac based, and Unreal Engine is more Windows based, but they both work on either. And there's a lot of other ones. There's this one called what's it called? Buildbox, which is kind of expensive, but it's all visual coding. It's like no programming at all. And that's like the thing, you know, and people, designers want to make games too. Yeah. I've been trying to market, um, trying to do that. I'm using, I don't know, trying to make interesting art that people will be uh, enthralled to use. I don't know. It's up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Okay. Okay, so this is with a few slides, and then this he's gonna say. So this I'm making a slide share for this, and this is like a few. I've made a few slides already. So don't forget your fans who will love your content and come back for more. That's what you want, right? You know, the thing is that today there's like just so many yeah, low attention for low attention. But you know, people do it. People do it. And the thing is, you know, just there's like so much potential. You just got it's like it's so thrilling of the possibility of, you know, being your own boss or having your own company or making your own whatever it is that you make. And you know, that it's so thrilling that you got, you know, it's worth it to keep trying because people are doing it, you know. It gets done. People are doing it. And it's just I mean, that's just the way it is, you know. I mean, no one wants to work for a big company anymore. Okay, so don't forget your fans who will love your content and come back for more. So, and then he should say something interesting. Uh, and you know what the thing is that you don't really need a lot. I mean, you don't really need a lot of fans. Maybe like 1,000 people who continually support you. I mean, that's nothing. I mean, you can get that. You know, that's totally doable. And if you know they pay you like $5 a month, I mean, that's pretty good. And 1,000, that's nothing. Okay, let's try this again. Try to let's try it. Anyone coming out? All right. So what should he say? The devil. He'll say something like, "I've come for your soul." Oh, I don't know if this slideshow fan. Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. Once you get them, once you give it away for free, and then once they're hooked, you say, "Hey, wait, you hear? It's going to cost you now." I mean, that's the weed model. You know, you would give weed for free, and then like, "Oh, I like that." It's like, "All right, well, this time it's going to cost you." Okay, and I mean, you know, Pinterest is all that stuff. I mean, like people like they're enthralled by people's content and their pictures, and I look at Vine and I guess Snapchat, and they like these funny videos, and they want more funny videos. Yeah, but you know, I mean, it's not just the U.S. market. I mean, now you're dealing with a worldwide market, and I make for some reason I've got a big fan base in China because they love Brooklyn. So I do a lot of Brooklyn bridges and architecture based in New York. And for some people, a lot of people in Asia like that stuff, which is cool. I mean, sounds good to me. Um, but I don't know rhyme or reason why it's working like that. But it's cool. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but it's cool. I mean, it's thrilling that I mean, I love inter engaging with people around the world. I think it's awesome, and that's I like Blab. That's because like there's so many people that you meet from everywhere. It's just just so interesting to see how other people live and what they do and where they live. I think it's pretty cool. And then you're 7 o'clock here in the evening, and it's like 1 o'clock, 10 a.m. in the morning in Tokyo, and I think it's pretty cool. Maybe this is too big. So we have a whole bunch of slides. Oh wow, really? That's cool. Yeah, I mean, I haven't met any business people yet. I mean, I have. I mean, I've reached out to a few people for business opportunities, but nothing has come to fruition yet, which is a bummer. Promises were made and nothing happened, but I'm not bitter much about it. Oh well, that's the way it goes. You learn, you live, and you learn. But yeah, there's definitely. I mean, it's definitely fun chatting with people on Blab just for ha-has. And uh, yeah, well, there certainly are a lot of coaches, which like wow, there are a lot of coaches. I mean, I don't understand why you would hire a coach when you just listen to a one blab and see what they say. Just all right, that's it. Oh, oops. Nice. Well, if you're 19, you're ahead of the game because you know what's going on. 19 is the new market. But oh, sorry to hear that, man. Well, at least you're starting over. Oh, you're joking. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you could be 19, you could be 90. It doesn't matter as long as you get something interesting to say and something interesting to do. People love that shit. There's this guy. He was like 86, and he was talking about his life in the war and on YouTube, and people were like mesmerized by his stories, and he would just come on and just chat about his stories. He had like a million people a day coming to chat with him. And then there's this kid. Oh yeah, yeah. I guess I don't know. Life coach. My friend, she told me about a life coach like about 10 years ago. I was like, what? Why do you need a life coach? It's like a therapist. It's the same thing. I mean, like, and they don't never want you to go. Like, we need to work on this for years, years and years and years. Like, no, thank you. I don't think so. That's bullshit. Yeah, life coach. But I guess some people like. I'm not going to knock life coaches. I mean, I'm sure it works for some people. Okay, so comfort your soul. Maybe one more. Um, let's see. So we have that one, and so I make all this stuff to try to sell my stuff, my life coach offering, which are my pillows and my art on pillows and my art direction. So I try to use it as well. Well, who isn't using it? I mean, like, that's what you use it. Photoshop Life Coach. That's a good one. Photoshop Life Coach. Shit, where'd it go? I lost my frames. Yeah, I'm a Photoshop Life Coach. Just life coach. I guess whatever it takes. Okay, so I've got win. Okay, the duplicate. But you should definitely try After Effects. You can get a free from Adobe, and I teach it actually. It's a great program for creating visuals and everything motion graphic. It's pretty cool, especially with Photoshop Illustrator. It's the way to go. Although it's if you're doing it's free for promos, shorts. Excuse me. For movies, there are other options that are better. Okay, all right. I'll show you my presentation. Let's see. Oh, maybe I can't. Oh, never mind. Forget it. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I want. Yeah, I mean Premiere is okay, but it's just editing, and you do some type of motion graphics, but it's kind of limited. I mean, After Effects you could do editing as well, but then you have the motion graphic part of it, which is nice. I used to use Premiere back in the day. Oops, gotta go. The wife is here. Nice chatting with you, man.